everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Snowhawks going up against the Lions. With that, let's call in our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, with this opening week matchup.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. Tonight, we'll have the final two games of this kickoff weekend, and we begin with a great one here between the Portland Snowhawks and the Detroit Lions. The first carry for Ameer Abdullah. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. So here's the lineup, and in the backfield, it's Abdullah.
Ameer Abdullah, if it had been up to a lot of college coaches, would be an all-pro corner. But he knew he wanted to be a running back, and has proven why. Can run it, can catch it, and return kicks.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done. 3 yards remaining here on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career. You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. And now the Lions defensive starters.
As Darius Slay continues to improve at the quarterback position, he may live up to his own nickname as the Slaymaker.
So a 3rd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding time. He's going to rifle one. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, I'll worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL.
and Detroit struggled doing that.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And we take a look at the starting lineup defensively.
Clinton Dix attracted a lot of attention when he was about to enter the NFL for his ability to play the football in the air. He's actually shown that he can tackle pretty well in the league, too.
Again, it's Abdullah. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front, creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he connects with Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They come up in an offset eye. On first down, Abdullah down to the 25. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. A second down run for Abdullah. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here's Stafford now on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing is Stafford. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. And this seemingly endless drive continues. They come out here in the I. First and goal at the 3-yard line now. They run. Abdullah. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
To throw on second down is Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And Parkey's kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So a 15-play drive. Can't believe that only resulted in 3, but it did.
That is somewhat amazing, isn't it? When you hold the ball that long, run offense that well, yet only put 3 points on the board, it has to be a little bit of a disappointment, doesn't it?
Has to. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now this time he'll look to throw, and he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. He's got time in the pocket. And his throw here's incomplete. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Surveying the field. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They'll look to throw again. He's got time. He's going to go up top again. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He'll field this at the 5. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Stafford gives to Abdullah. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
On second down, here's Stafford. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Fielded just inside the 30. It looked like he might beat that last man. He doesn't, though, but it goes as a 32-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground, and he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll set up a throw, eluding the pressure right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there, taking it in from a yard out. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's Stafford. Trying to lay one up deep. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Now this offense ready to take over again. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard, because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old-school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The center receiver in motion to the right. Out of the gun now on third down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the... And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that?
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Detroit getting set to go now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Back to the air. Stafford on second down. He's going to take another shot. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll look to throw here. Finding time. He's going to float this one deep right side. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
They're going to look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season, as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So we're going to look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
Second down, offense behind the sticks here. Second and 13. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. And Jones has it over the middle. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Stafford gives to Abdullah on the draw. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, there was no blitz. That was just a draw play that, to be frank, didn't fool anybody.
Did we hear the entire stadium screaming draw? Because it felt like everybody was all over that play, and the defense won that battle.
Watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left.
They go with Abdullah again. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Eric Ebron, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They go back to the air here after the INT. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. Big sigh of relief.
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Let's go!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's brought down. Give him 11 on the gain there, and it'll give him the first down. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
So here come the Lions now. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he comes back with one complete. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They come out here in the I. Now Stafford hands to Abdullah. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They go back to Abdullah on first. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
To throw on second down is Stafford. Ebron caught left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. So completion on second down, that brings up 3rd. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Check.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an en route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And here now the offense heading back out there. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Slot man moves right. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. Now this time he'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
It's taken to the 26. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. On the run, Abdullah. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Ameer Abdullah taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Lions add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if there'll be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So the D-line's going to spread out. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He gets this one to Boyd. Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. And all the way in for the touchdown. Tyler Boyd, 68 yards. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They start the drive with Abdullah. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. A toss to Abdullah. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage here. We'll get another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. And the D looking like they may blitz. Now it's Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Fresh set of downs here. A handoff to Abdullah. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Second down following the run.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's done right there.
They run with Abdullah, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage. But if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now Stafford. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Stafford going to throw it. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And now here is another interception. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, week 1 behind us now. Always tough to start the season on the losing side.
It is, but the teams that know how to recover, that understand it's just week 1, are the teams that will sustain and end up having a good season.
So for Detroit, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.
wanna sit on private planes. I wanna scream my name on top of the Eiffel Tower. On the Eiffel Tower. I wanna hit that blackjack. I wanna take that money and run right here, right now. Right here, right now. But I won't take that train. I won't catch that flight if you're not on that plane. We ain't taking off tonight. Show in Tokyo, I wanna karaoke, bump it a little bit louder, a little bit louder. Hey, I wanna sing along with Elton John in a white limousine rolling right here, right now, right here, right now. But I won't take that train, I won't catch that flight if you're not on that plane. We ain't taking off tonight.
me get the full scope. Hold up. Full screen HD. Let me take another picture. Let me pull it to the pre-show. Whoa, cool beans. That's a whole lot of. Let me help you with the pre-roll. You drink up all my. Come on, what I'm supposed to do now? And you talking all that. Now come on, you gon' have to back it up. If I get too now, sugar, come on, I might never come down. I might never come down. Not ever come down. No, let me get down. And you might not ever come down. No, wanna get down. And you might not ever come down. Let me get down. Come on, you might never ever come down. It took too long to get this high off the ground. Don't run, just stay right. You might never ever come down. It took too long to get this high off the ground. Don't run, just stay wild.
Don't make me beg, don't make me wait. I need a hold in the darkness of the night. And when I stray, show me my place. You are my shelter, baby, let me feel your light. One foot in a deep revival, another one going in the fire. Only one that can save me now is you. Healer, oh, I need a healer. I can feel it now, I can feel it now. Got to give it up now. Healer, oh, I need a healer. I can feel it now, I can feel it now. Got to give it up now. This aching pain when you're away, like a burning ship that sets the sails to you. Fingertips, press my lips, make me sing that holy song the way you do. Holy Ghost inside, let it loose and lay it on. Only one that can save me now is you. Healer, oh, I need a healer. I can feel it now, I can feel it now. Got to give it up now. Healer, oh, I need a healer. I can feel it now, I can feel it now. Got to give it up now. Oh, I need it. Oh, I need
Babe, show me what you like. Hey, I put money, I can match it for ya. I'm in this in all white fit, looking like a brick and all them zippers on a jacket on ya. He got a thing for a Latin. He wanna hear a little Spanish in it. I told him it ain't practice it. I'm about to fill you up with status with it. Walk up with the click and I ain't looking like the side in this. I'm the opposite cause I'm the main event and boxing in it. As the time been ticking, I've been out here playing my position. I'm about to get it now, ain't no one about to block the hit. Cause someday, something come along. Someone tell me I'm someone doing alright. Somewhere, I'm only here for a minute. Bet you want a girl to keep it independent, and I know you gotta like a girl that's disappealing. Get you caught up in the moment, then I'll get you in your feelings. Tell your boys that you gon' meet them later on. Both of us are so taxi, leave the meter on. First time you out in Cali, never tried no this strong, so you gon' have some stories to tell when you take it. Let me tell them one time, Snowy always showed you what it's like. Leave you sleepy like the call the umpire. Get you out and get you rolling, get you. Gotta go, I got a flight up in the morning. Someday, someone tell me I'm someone doing alright. Somewhere I'll find out someone that's somebody that one day I'll be the love of my life, but not tonight though. He tryna catch me in my feelings, but he don't know that I'm the though. Shout out to my that can get it independent and ain't looking for no love though. He tryna catch me in my feelings, but he don't know that I'm the though. He tryna stunt and give me drinks. I got the bottles in the section and I promise to pay.
I'm tired of this in the kitchen. But how else am I gon' get it? How else am I gon' get it? How else am I gon' get it? How else am I gon' get it?
I put her in Javinci. I got these bitches dripping. Was young, I wanted a Bentley. I promise I'm gon' go, but some I gon' get it. I had a trap in the vacant. Swerving around in Vegas. Mama, we finally made it. Order with a Rex, I'm a trap star. She a ride, just let it fall. Drop the bricks in the backyard. Told her how to on the White Hart. I can't take her on a date. Here's a chicken dinner. Put my wrist in the pot. I can make it drip.
I'm tired of this in the kitchen. But how else am I gon' get it? 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 I'm getting kinda tired of all this in the kitchen. How else am I gon' get it? 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 Whip. How else am I gon' get it? How else am I gon' get it? Whip. How else am I gon' get it? How else am I gon' get it? Whip. You know my is the best. I feel like I should stop and retire as a vet and probably maybe put on a new. I'm in a cruise ship. I'm tired of this in the kitchen. But how else am I gon' get it? 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 I'm getting kinda tired of all this in the kitchen. How else am I gon' get it? 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 Whip. How else am I gon' get it? How else am I gon' get it? Whip. How else am I gon' get it? How else am I gon' get it?
Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul.